The Volunteers will kick off first, and here we go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wolverines offense going to get the chance to start this game off. Throwing, Carr. Makes the catch, it's King. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. And they've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now the offense will back it up 5 and try it on 2nd and long. Looking for a man, it's Carr. Quickly to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Carr. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Punt is in the air. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Motion from the wideout. Looking for a gap. It's Gordon. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between 2 top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on.
And the Volunteers will send out the punt unit. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
That's caught. It's King. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Play fake. Carr finds the tight end. Makes him talk to the hand. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. The Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Those who stay will be champions, so said Bo Schembechler, and those who keep it on the ground churn out first downs.
Yeah, it's because it's a way of life, right? It's that physicality. It's going to be hard in practice all week. When you're at Michigan, it's going to be grind. It's going to be physical. That's who they are. They won't compromise. And if you get to stick around, here recently, a lot of success, too.
An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. Here's Carr to throw. tight end finds a soft spot. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
We thought this guy might be a big weapon here and a big part of what the offense was going to try to do. And you've seen now, early in this game, they're going to him a lot. That's already his 5th catch. Defense can't cover him. He's such a big target, and you know this quarterback's going to keep looking his way.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Back to pass, it's Carr. Touchdown, Wolverines! The sure hand's in the end zone, and he has 6.
And I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They march 72 yards, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Gordon. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, giving 1. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. Complete in the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the 1st down. Here's Underwood. Got his man downfield. It's a fumble. Oh, and he's able to get it back. Good thing for him. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a 1st down and came up a little short. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Vols look to keep this drive humming. Quick release by the QB.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
Unleashes 1. Got a man in the middle. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. They'll run the option. Quick toss. Here's a little room there. They'll make the tackle, but not before he's got enough to move the sticks and has this defense's head spinning with the option. Quarterback on the keeper. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. Running inside. It's Gordon. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. A 3rd and goal call here from the 2. Let's see if they can finish the deal. Trying to bully their way in. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down. Less than a yard to go for a 1st down, and the offense will remain on the field. On the option. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Volunteers!
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
And the extra point is good. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Still on his feet at the 35. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Past the 20. He is in. Touchdown, Michigan.
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and we've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive they look. Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So here is the Tennessee offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Underwood on the play action. Looking left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Complete to the right. There he goes. Touchdown Vols. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to the big tight end. Working on the right. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Wolverines come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Now the toss. On his feet at the 40. Delivers the stiff arm. They get him corralled, but not before. They had their eyes going everywhere trying to keep up with this option attack. Throwing. Carr. Fires to the tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He makes a grab. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Carr to throw for it on 4th. Touchdown, Wolverines! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. If you like scoring, this one's for you. Already 21-14, and now they'll try to answer. Oh, what a grab, pulling it in with one hand. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the 1st down. The run inside. It's Gordon. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. Might as well give it to him again. Might have a chance. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. They'll run it. It's Gordon. There he goes. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Looking for a crease. It's Gordon. He's going to lose a yard on that one. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. He splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too.
Ernie on the Jets. He's inside the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Michigan. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. 3rd touchdown of the game. A 3rd of his season total. He now has 9 on the year.
It's so nice to have that tight end that can be a chess piece. You can move him around, and then And guess what? He can break tackles. He can make explosive plays. You've seen tight ends grow and get faster and bigger and stronger, and they throw it to him short, and look at the speed. He does the rest for the long touchdown catch.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse, and field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
Play fake, Underwood. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Vols decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets a block. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Sends it back in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. At the 35, he's loose. Breaks into the open. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Michigan.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Here comes the heat. And he never had a chance.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Underwood. Under fire. Firing to the right, complete. Open space at the 25. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain its fourth down. The Volunteers line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. He's already busted 150 yards on the ground. Couple of big runs, and he might take aim at the Michigan record set by... Makes a grab and room to run. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. That false start changes your mindset. Now you're second and long, 9 yards to go. Wide receiver comes in motion. Carr. Oh, he had it, and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Off the RPO, complete. Oh, he's got some space. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Let's take a look at how these quarterbacks have fared in the early going after the first period. These defenses were reeling in the first quarter. See if they can get their sea legs in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Unloads quickly. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Play action with Underwood. He lobs one high down the left side. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Grabs it in the middle.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is, because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Fires on the move. Complete to the left. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. And the Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Gordon. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Trying to impose their will with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing, Underwood. Oh, they're after him. Got him downfield. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. And the Vols trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Touchdown, Tennessee. Great job by the back on the option. Big time touchdown there to get some much needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
He's got the tight end. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Here's Carr to throw. Wide open downfield. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. After that huge play right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines!
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. And he's coming out of the end zone. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Running inside. It's Gordon. Across the 45. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The Vols have their offense in high gear. The RPO, it's complete. He is delivering the blow while running the ball, and he gets it to the 39. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. That last completion left him with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. Quarterback Keith. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. The Volunteers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Here's a heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. And the Volunteers will have it 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Gordon.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quick release on the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And after finishing off one drive with a field goal, they'll try it again, this time a 47-yard try. Oh, and he missed it. No good. Couldn't find a way to draw closer. Still an 18-point hole.
Man, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
So here comes the Michigan offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Well, giving away 5 on the false start certainly doesn't help anything. 2nd and long coming up. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Throwing. Carr. Right down the middle. Finds a tight end. He's loose on the right. Past the 10. Touchdown, Michigan. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 75 yards to house it. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had. Turning it on! Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Morris. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Maybe a crease. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Underwood. Snagged out of the air. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. And the Vols have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Gonna run it. It's Morris. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Morris. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. High the chains now on 2nd and long. They go play action. Bryce Underwood. Complete. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. The Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers. Quick strike through the air for the score.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Carr. Complete. There he goes. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Yup. Gives it on the option. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Wants to throw. It's Carr. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerbach or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could...
Got a little grass. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's Carr to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. The Wolverines, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. He'll pull it on the read. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And after that strong play on first down, they're right on the cusp of a score. Second and goal. He'll keep it again on the option. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this guy's dynamic, and he can hurt you in a variety of ways in the option game. And he had a chance that time to pitch it out wide if he wanted to, but he kept it himself. He shows you the wheels, takes it in for the score.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And he's not going to take the touchback. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So here is the Tennessee offense. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Here's Underwood to throw. They'll run the screen. Try to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. The Volunteers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run the screen. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Morris. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Right back to the well. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Throws to the tight end. And the missed connection on 3rd down. Going to stop play here as one of the Volunteers remains on the field. That's the junior offensive lineman that they're counting on. We hope he can return to play soon. And the Volunteers will punt this one away. Catch is made at the 15. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. Throwing. Carr. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He scores for the 5th time in this game.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. Fielded in the end zone, it's Q. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Got the quick completion. Breaks into the open. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Vols with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Keeps it himself. Crosses the 45. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Obviously didn't like what he saw on 1st down, and they use a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Finding some room. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Vols come to the line with a new set of downs. In the red area, it's Morris. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Timeout is called. It's the 2nd charge to Tennessee. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Quick completion to the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. It's 3rd and 5. Underwood. Got his man. Touchdown Vols. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
PAT unit on the field. Smashes it through for the PAT. They march 79 yards on the drive, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard. Finds space on the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
To the air, it's Carr. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. This will likely be the last play of the half. Looking downfield on first down. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked.
Well, and most QBs will tell you it starts from the waist down. And the feet have to be tied really well with the upper body and with the mechanics. And you could tell, drifted a little bit there. Because of that, inaccurate throw.
And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We begin with Oklahoma taking on the number 18 team, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. And it's the Sooners who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today. That gets their record to 3-0 on the season. Let's now take a look at top 25 action. Now over to your game inside the big house. These quarterbacks have been wheeling and dealing. A little bit of everything through 2 quarters. Exactly what we expected all week, if not even exceeding those lofty expectations. Feels like the defense that can at least contain one of these dual threats is going to be celebrating a hard-fought victory, although easier said than done. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas in the booth at Michigan Stadium.
And the Wolverines will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. A little release to the back. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. Going to stop play here as one of the Volunteers remains on the field. The Volunteers will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Slips through the line. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. Here's Carr to throw. Finds his big tight end. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Going with the ground game left. Picks up the 1st down. There's some room. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Michigan.
After that amazing performance in week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. On the move from inside his 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Reads it, fires complete. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Going to stop play here as one of the Volunteers remains on the field. That's the junior offensive lineman that they're counting on. We hope he can return to play soon. And the Volunteers will punt it away on 4th down. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Now on the return. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Throwing, Carr. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man on the right. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's 1st down from the 44. Here comes the option. The option, he'll keep it. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Play action, Carr. Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. From the gun, running back on the move. Powers through the defender. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. He scores for the 5th time in this game. He makes his way into the end zone for the 50th time in his career.
Man, what a mark to hit. A A guy that's so good with the football in his hands, a guy that every single week you know this guy's going to touch the football, and when it gets near the end zone, Palmer, you still know he's going to get it, and he still punches it in.
He's the unstoppable force. It doesn't matter what defenses have done throughout his career. This guy finds a way to make people miss, to run away. He's got all the tools you look for in an outstanding running back.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They go right back to Hardy. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Throwing, Underwood. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. And the ball send out the punt unit. Catches it at the 30. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Complete to the right. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. How about this? That's catch number 300 in his career.
And it doesn't matter who's been playing quarterback in this offense. Who's ever pulling the trigger, they know this guy is dependable. 300 catches, David. That is a lot.
Just unreal consistency. Over 300 catches. That is unbelievably amazing. The consistency, the work, the toughness, the durability. This dude's done it all. And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Wolverines go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Carr on play action. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And that's the first thing that's really gone right this afternoon. You got a big deficit. You haven't hit the quarterback very often. You need to change that around. Good start of the second half here. Make him feel uncomfortable.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
All right, well, the quarterback's showing you he is human after all. Finally throws an incompletion, and not just that, after a couple completions back-to-back-to-back, almost throws a pick.
Finds a man in the middle. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they take it in for 6 more points. He's in the house for the 6th time in this game. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. A 69-yard touchdown drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. He's got his man, makes the grab. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's a give to Hardy. Maybe some room here. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Finds his big tight end. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Oh, he's got some space. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. They'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to Hardy. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And the Volunteers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. The run inside. It's Baker. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. They'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll give it to Hardy. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he tacks on the extra point. Going to stop play here as one of the Volunteers remains on the field. That's the big sophomore tight end who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on him. Coming out with it, it's Simon. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They'll try to put it in drive this time on 2nd down from the 22. Here's Carr to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. It's a seam wide open. He's at the 20. All the way. Touchdown, Michigan. Into the end zone for the 7th time in this game.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends, like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. So here is the Tennessee offense. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to run it in with Hardy. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication.
There's a crease. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Vols are rolling down the field. From the gun, give to Hardy. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Solid run on the last play. Sets this offense up on first down. Underwood on the play action. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Vols, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Run in the red zone. It's Hardy. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Hardy again. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Vols!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Getting set for the point after. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So here comes the Michigan offense. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Going to stop play here as one of the Volunteers remains on the field. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. He's got the tight end. He smashes his way through again. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
The Wolverines, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Here's the handoff. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing. Carr. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside of wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and Nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Got his man on the outside. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. To the air again, Carr. He's got his man across the middle. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. And the Wolverines go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Motion from the wide receiver. A 1st down run in the red zone. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Play fake, Carr. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points. His 8th touchdown of the game.
I tell you what, this is part of the field. Once you start getting in the red zone and the field shrinks, you got more big bodies in the field. The running threat is real. Tight ends come on the field, and what happens? Run a little play action off of it, get it to the big fella. Nice plucking it out of the sky, getting the touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They marched 78 yards down the field, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Underwood to throw. A little screen to the running back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The Volunteers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Got his man out of the backfield. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. And the Volunteers will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes a move. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Play action, Carr. Got him downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. 1st and 10 as the clock winds under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Carr makes the catch.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wideout there on the slant.
After the 9-yard completion, the playbook wide open on 2nd and 1. Trying play action. Got it. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The Wolverines are threatening on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Michigan. He's in the house for the 6th time in this game. After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Listen, when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Where are my other guys? You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football to make sure you get them on the ground.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Tavian on the play action. Pressure coming. Took a shot as he threw.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football. And that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. And the Vols will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Give to the running back. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Keeps it on the option, and they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. 3rd and short now from their own 48. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. And they got him.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
They booted away on 4th down. He'll field the punt. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. Makes a pass to Marker. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Right back to Hardy on 1st down.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to the running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackle.
Snags it, and he's open. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a 1st down. The Vols getting set on 1st and 10. The give to Hardy. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Turning it on. Ripping through the defense. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on 1st down. Tavian St. Clair makes the grab. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. The senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hardy. Could be an alley. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. The Volunteers line it up with a 1st and goal. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 1st down, it's Hardy again. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Going to stop play here as one of the Volunteers remains on the field. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal. St. Clair. Pocket breaking down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode. And what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback. And you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
And I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the 4th quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Remember, down where you start the slide, and he'll be short of the line to gain. Wide receiver going in motion. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. On his way back from the 20. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. An explosive play in the running game moves the sticks for the 1st down, but there is an injured player on the field. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Here's a give to Hardy. Runs through the tackle. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Volunteers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. From the gun, give to Hardy. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38. And the Vols in a good spot here with 2nd and short. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The game is well in hand. You just hope this injury is not serious. If time permits, Holly will get us up to date. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Creates a little room. Looking for room at the 30. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. The Vols come to the line with a new set of downs. Throwing St. Clair. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They go play action with St. Clair. Going to try to get it himself. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. The Volunteers are threatening in the red zone. The option look. Now the toss. Jukes his way for more. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. And the Volunteers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. It's complete on the right side. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Pushes toward the goal line. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll try it again after getting nothing on 2nd down. It's 3rd and goal from the 3. Takes the easy one to the back. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. A 4th quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Volunteers! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
And he added the extra point. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Fielded in the end zone. It's Simon. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Going with the counter play here. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback keeps it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Moving out of the pocket. At the 35, he's open. He'll slide, and it's a good pickup on that one. The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A run for the quarterback. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Motion from the back. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Quarterback keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. He rifles one deep down the middle. Has his batted down, knocked away, incomplete, and this linebacker in pass coverage is up to the task. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Wolverines decide to punt it away. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Quarterback will keep it. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. So now it's 2nd and long. Pulls and fires complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. 3rd and 3. Tavian St. Clair. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And they tacked on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. He'll bring it out. It's Simon. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. Give to the running back. Nice move to keep running. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.